I do the impossible, impossible.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better. Then great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On play action, Lance.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game's signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready?
Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. That means 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing is Mahomes on third. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jerick McKinnon from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
49ers nothing.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And now here is another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Mahomes throwing on fourth. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Here's Tony on the quick slam.
That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
On first and 10, here's Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. No whistles. He's still going. And he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining. And this is going to count. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for two, but they do get it.
49ers nothing.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 24, Mahomes.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. 3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw, it's Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Okay, right? Right, 97.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Here's Lance.
Buying time to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Yellow.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, Grant.
From midfield, here's Lance. And Kittle catching the slant. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And cycle.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right.
Throwing now is Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That third down conversion good for 23.
And the first down, Chiefs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, 34 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Shot 17. Black shot.
Lance now on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
On the ball.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Given 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And Lance now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
from the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Let's go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hurry, hurry.
Lance looking to throw it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this...
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for KC. 64 yards.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones.
The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is